Jump in. Go on.
Listen, I was enjoying the discussion. And Jay, listen, man, I'll give it to you, man. The suit is fly. The suit is fly because your argument ain't. The suit is fly, though, but I give that to you.
Well, my argument because I'm more impressed with the Knicks?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
I'm more impressed with the Knicks.
No, because you're – all right, well, let me finish. Because you're pointing out how – it was their game plan to leave Josh Hart open. Was their game plan to leave him open? Especially he helped when he missed his first 3 in the first quarter. Mm-hmm. But when he shot 5 of 8, along the way, they had to pay a little bit more attention. They weren't doing that. They didn't pay attention to Mikal Bridges. We saw the wide open shot. You saw Anunoby hitting a wide open shot. We saw cats wide open all over the place. Oh, by the way, on the offensive side of the ball, Evan Mobley was leading everybody in scoring with 14 and didn't attempt a shot in the second half.
Yep.
That don't have to. Is that a reason to be impressed by Cleveland? We look at Donovan Mitchell. We can see the fatigue that you point to. I get it. Didn't you point out James Harden in drop coverage? How a guard ain't supposed to be in drop coverage? How you're not supposed to give up the whole left side of the court, but he ends up in drop coverage and then he goes back towards the middle of the court to a defender and leaving the path wide open for them to go to the basket. We've seen an abundance of things from the Cleveland Cavaliers that look like they brain dead, for crying out loud. And Atkinson opening his mouth after the game with some of the explanations that he has given has been ridiculous. That much we can say. So if you want to point to Josh Hart and you want to say schematically that was the plan, I was pointing to other people that had open shots as well. But also on the offensive end of the floor, when you look at Cleveland and what they were not doing, it certainly gave you cause to pause and go like this, damn, do they not know they're in the conference finals? That you got 4 wins away from a championship? Do they not know that?
And say I got a Q&A.
But they've played significantly more games.
So what?
I mean, come on.
What do you
and
mean,
also,
so what?
And the game plan also was, in game 1, they left Josh Hart open too.
So all I'm saying, Kate, baby, you are special. The teams that you played on, you won a championship, correct?
I'm standing up.
Wait, no. Answer me. Did you win a championship?
Yes, I won a championship.
Okay, how many teams did you play? Wait, let me can I finish asking my question?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
How
let
many
him
teams did you
finish.
play on that win a championship?
Huh?
How many teams did you play on that won a championship?
1.
How many years did you play in the league?
I played 14. Went
Okay,
to
so
5 NBA finals.
I understand. So out of 5 NBA finals, there was only one time you won a championship,
Yes,
right?
but-
So let me finish. Hold on now, because I know you animated. I hear Stephen A. too.
No, go ahead.
At some point, dog, I'm not making excuses for nobody. You know I'm a dog. But at some point, we can't be realistic and objective and say back-to-back Game 7s with an intentional game plan. You can't look at that team and say, personnel-wise, that's not it. You're telling me you look at, wait, answer this question for me. You too, Stephen A. Look at the personnel for Cleveland. Is that a championship personnel?
Hey, listen, hold on.
No, answer that question. Stephen A., is that championship personnel on that team?
Yeah.
Yes.
It is.
Hell yeah.
You think Cleveland is championship personnel?
Yes.
With
I
James
think
Harden?
offensively,
I don't know
not
that they have
defensively.
championship DNA, but they have championship caliber players.
No, we're not going to do that. What's
Why not?
happening is they're getting exposed
Yes.
because of that lack of toughness. They got the talent. They don't have the dogs. And I'm glad you brought up 2008 because, you know, the first 2 rounds, what we had to do? Go through Game 7.
Yeah, who'd you have on that team?
Hold on.
Who'd you have on that team?
Time out. No. We're talking about, let's stay in the moment because you talked about, they had to play more games. We had to play a lot of games too. All I'm telling you is that it got to come from within. How many assists did Jalen Brunson have yesterday?
14.
Okay.
I know it has to come from within, bro.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question. If a team is playing with a level of aggression and passion, right? The game plan was to trap Jalen Brunson. How many times last night did you see him make pinpoint passes to guys on time, on target, out of a trap? When you're trapping somebody, don't they supposed to be somewhat uncomfortable, under distress?
Isn't that
No, I'm asking.
I know. Isn't that due to personnel? Are there not soft traps as opposed to hard hedges? As opposed to soft hedges?
Not on the on-ball trap, and especially when he got it in the mid-post area or the low-post area.
You're talking about the one possession where he went down the corner with Jared Allen?
I'm just saying, me and Shea could have trapped harder than what we saw
Okay,
last
now,
night.
you don't know my athletic ability.
I'm giving you props. I'm talking about they don't have the mentality, bro. It's a level of competition that you're supposed to have in a conference final.
I'm just not going to call them an embarrassment
They
to
are.
the NBA.
Listen.
I am.
Okay, well,
So,
I think that's
right now-
hyperbole.
Cleveland does not have a championship roster. I'll agree with you with that, Jay, defensively. Offensively, you do believe they've got enough firepower. you would believe that if they were at their best. But the way they look, they don't look that way at all right now. They look absolutely
Four
spooked.
all-star caliber players in their starting lineup.
But they don't have championship DNA, but they have four.
But they got four.
They have
We're not going to
championship-
sit up here and act like they don't have the talent. Jared Allen made the All-Star game before. Evan Mobley, All-NBA. Donovan Mitchell, All-NBA.
Who'd you have winning this series?
It don't matter. We're asking. You asked the question.
I know.
I
you
had
asked
the
the question.
Knicks.
And how many?
In 6.
Why?
Because I got more faith in Big Body Brunson.
Because of their
and
personnel and the
team.
way they can split out the floor and their offense. They have more
I'm
personnel.
not knocking that, Jay.
I'm not,
right.
but all I'm saying to both of you guys, at the end of the day, on that particular team, you did have championship DNA. You did have dogs in that 2008 team. I remember who was
What
on that team.
championship DNA we had? Nobody won a championship before we got there together,
But-
except for James Posey.
But it was effort, and you fought for it.
Didn't I just
Okay,
say
but I
that?
will say that it's not like the Knicks have a ton of cats that have won an NBA championship
but you
either.
see
They
the
have
effort-
OG Anunoby, and
But you
then,
see the effort, don't you?
Yes, but it does.
But they also had 9 days off. I don't see how you don't think that's anything to do with this series at all. You had 9 days
Whose
off.
fault is that? Because they
Fine, we're
handled
gonna
I'm
their
not saying it's
business.
anybody's fault. It's just a reality data marker.
Okay,
You had 9
okay,
days
Cleveland,
off.
y'all
Another-
chose to go 7 games. You could
Nobody
have closed
chose
it.
to go 7 games.
You could have closed it out in 6
But
when
they
they laid
didn't.
the egg.
They didn't.
Okay then. So whose fault is that?
It's nobody.
Okay, but let me ask this question. They can figure this out, right? Like we've seen them have better efforts through the first 2 quarters, maybe even 3.5 quarters. It's just in the second half they're trailing off. You don't think that could be due to fatigue at all? I'm just saying.
I'm just saying that's a real thing.
Like, what are we
It's not a real thing.
Like, bro, we're in the conference finals. It's no such thing as fatigue.
I hear
if
what you tell you.
If you
I
trying
hear-
to go get something, man, ain't nobody. Winning a championship is hard.
I understand.
If it was easy, everybody could do it. I can't buy that. I'm going to buy more and lean more towards these guys are satisfied. Their goal wasn't to win a championship in the first place. Their goal was just to get
Not
to the
satisfied.
conference
I
finals.
disagree with that.
That's
It's not
fine.
about. It's
I
not
don't
about
care.
satisfaction. It's not about. That's the wrong S word. It's
No,
not
it
about
ain't.
satisfaction.
No,
It's
why
about,
is
it's
it?
about
Why is it?
softness. It's about soft. It's about softness.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? That you know what? If the Knicks weren't getting in their ass, they wouldn't look so tired. They wouldn't look so exhausted. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, you got to dig deeper. You got to, and they don't have it in them. And Jay, if what you saying is true, why even play games 3 and 4, Jay? If what you saying is true, why even play games 3
if
and
they
4?
tired.
Damn.
All I'm saying is they're 2-7 against the spread on the road throughout the entire playoffs. They're 6-1 against the spread at home. They average 114 points as opposed to 101.
Who you
at
picked to
home.
win the series?
I picked the Knicks to win in 5 for that
Okay.
exact reason. Because I think their
Because they tied.
Because I think their personnel is not a good matchup for Cleveland when they play 2 bigs with their spread out 5 with Karl Anthony Towns at the 5.
But you don't have to play 2 bigs. That's another thing. Kenny Atkinson been choking these last 2 games. You knew coming into this series, you have a guy in Evan Mobley that's a defensive player of the year. You know that you can't play a 2 big lineup going against an offense
agree
that's
with you on
spread
that,
out.
too.
How about challenging Evan Mobley and say, hey, you play the center position. We're going to play Dennis Schroeder more. We're going to go small. We're going to match the intensity.
Hence why
We're
Dennis
going to
Schroeder
push the
posted
pace.
a picture of himself guarding Jalen Brunson last night on IG. He see it too.
A disconnect in that locker room.
1,000%.
Okay, cool.
Okay, very good.
That was a spirited conversation.
You are more impressed with the Knicks.
Yes,
You are more
that's all I was
disappointed
trying
in
to
the
say.
Cavs, and you are more disappointed in the Cavs tenfold. Do I have this correct? Yes?
Absolutely,
Okay, good.
1,000%, Shay.
Wonderful. We'll revisit this, I am sure, in the second hour. Coming up here on First Take, SGA, a superstar, but he does something that is driving Jay Will nuts. And he's fired up today, so we'll see what that is. Is it smart basketball, or will it come back to bite the MVP? Plus, the King spoke yesterday. You'll hear the pointed message LeBron James had about the Lakers and what the team should do.